Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, Rowdy. Good morning, friendos. How are we doing today? What's today? Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. How is every little thing treating you all? How's life? Hopefully you're being lazy today. Or, doing whatever your normal Sunday stuff is if it's not being lazy. This week has been kind of, Tyler! Hey, Tyler! Hi, everybody! How's it going? We literally just got here, so you have perfect timing. How is it going, everybody? How was your stream, Tyler? How'd the games go? Did you get into games, or were we just, chatting the whole time? Did you get all the things? Or do all the things? I don't even know what words are. It's Sunday, folks. Hi, everybody. Let me scroll up here. Oh my god, I love the dog. That is my little pupper Buttercup. And yeah, for a party or something, my kiddo got a pink wig and, of course, stuck it on the dog. And yeah, it's like the cutest picture ever. Let me scroll up here and try to say hi to everybody. Hi, Ellie. And hi, Ty Tassel. Welcome in. Hello, Blue. And Lady Blue Caramel. That's gonna probably throw me off later. Hi, Z. And Gremlin. Welcome in, everyone. If you don't know me, I'm Ed Echo. I go by Ed or Echo. Some people call me Eddie. Man. Yes. Her name is Buttercup. We also have, because you have to, we also have a Wesley. So we have the Princess Bride duo. They are both Chihuahua somethings. Not me forgetting Chihuahuas exist. Yeah, they're Chihuahuas are funny dogs. You either get really awesome ones, like mine are really chill and friendly, or you get like those little mean ankle biters that just want to eat your face for existing. And if you don't have anyone else called Lady Blue, you can just call me that. Okay, fair enough. I don't think I have anyone else that hangs out in here anyway. That's Lady Blue. My friend had 3 Chihuahuas, and I taught them to howl with me. She was not happy. Love Chihuahuas. They're my favorite breed. I do too. We do have 3 dogs. The Chihuahuas generally hang out in here with me when I stream, and so sometimes you hear them walking around and whatnot. We also have a pit bull who tends to want to just hang out in the bedroom all day. I respond to Lady Blue Caramel, and Lady Blue Caramel. Well, that works. We'll find one. Huskies are my favorite. I'm a husky owner. I love huskies. They're high maintenance though, or at least for me they are. Like, I kind of like my little short-haired dogs that like I just have to give them a bath every once in a while and trim their claws. Like, I don't have to do anything else. A Pibble, yep. Yep, we've got a Pitty. Yeah, the Pit Chihuahua duo. We had Wesley is our newest one, so for a while it was just the Pit and the Chihuahua, and they are and Buttercup, and they are basically the same age too, which is kind of funny. And then Wesley's our young guy. Tyler, Howard's games if you're still in here. Also, if you need to raid and run, go do self-stream care, do all the things. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself. I will do my best to take care of the friendos. And thank you everybody for the follows. I appreciate it. I have all dog breeds. I have a cockapoo. Oh, nice. I'd love a husky, but I'm not active enough nor patient enough. I hear that they can be a lot. My partner Kayak's brother has huskies, and those dogs, like when they would come into town to visit and they would stay at Kayak's parents and stuff, they couldn't go outside unsupervised because they would jump the 4-foot wall. They also didn't really like little dogs, so like we couldn't bring our dogs over. So, you know, it was they can be a lot. Chihuahuas are cute. They are. I never really wanted to be a Chihuahua owner, and then I ended up with one, and I don't think I'll ever go back. Now we have 2. They're chill, and they only molt twice a year. Oh, that's not terrible. I have 2 hairless cats, and I'm considering getting a small dog, but I don't know what I want yet, or if I'm ready for my cats to plot my death. We do have a cat as well, and mostly she just kind of either ignores the dogs or picks on them. She mostly picks on Wesley because he's the new baby and she can pick on him. Rowdy, you beat E33. Let's go. And I had to ban someone? That sucks. They were warned and kept going? Yeah. As long as they go for a 30-minute walk, they chill. You just gotta make sure they are mentally stimulated. Also, with Huskies, they need a 6-foot fence minimum. Yeah, I don't know if I could handle jumpers. I mean, most of the walls in my yard are 5 feet. I don't think they're 6 feet because they're not taller than me. So, yeah. That's what I've heard, is Huskies can definitely jump. I have not actually witnessed it, I just know. Chihuahuas are also demonic. They super can be. I have met some that, yeah, just hate you and want to eat your face because you walked in the door, or exist, or whatever. Mine are not. Mine are super sweet. And in fact, Wesley thinks that everything might be out to get him, probably because he was like abandoned and starving for a while. That's how we acquired him, is he got found on the side of the road. And yeah, my mom's Chihuahua is broken as fuck. Okay. Amy says, so my baby blue I lost in November was super intelligent. Like, he could open doors. My girl I've still got is dumb as a biscuit, and she can't see a treat right in front of her. Yeah, our pity is kind of at that point. He's not real stupid, but he's an old man, and he's kind of got old man puppy dementia, so some days he just doesn't have a clue what's going on, including treats right in front of him. People say that about cats too, and I've never had a mean cat, so I feel like it definitely has something to do with their upbringing and genetics. I'm pretty inclined to agree. I have had cats that were, everybody has their own, just like people, every animal has their own personality, things they like and don't like. And some are just much more willing to tell you, hey, I don't like this, than others. Some are just more tolerant, some just generally like all the things. Like, our cat, she just turned 17, so she's an old lady, and she still doesn't like people she doesn't know. She is she will hide. Like, if she doesn't know you, if you don't live here, she'll just hide. And if you walk in the room before she's aware that there's a stranger in the house, and, I mean, it will be she tries to be small and fast and go hide in a corner and then race out of the room and find somewhere else to hide. Like, she does not like people she doesn't know. But in general, she wasn't really a people cat. even like for the people that she lived with and grew up with. I've had her since she was a kitten. And then she unfortunately broke her jaw and had to live in our bedroom so that the dogs and, everything else couldn't mess with her or stress her out while she healed. She had pins in her jaw. It was a whole thing. $4 quadrillion later. And that's kind of what made her realize that maybe she didn't mind the people she lived with so much. They also say boy animals are more affectionate than girls, but my girl cats are up my butt constantly. Yeah, I've heard that too, and I've had both, and I think it's like I've had very affectionate boy cats, and I've had pretty affectionate girl cats, and the same with dogs. I mean, Wesley follows me around everywhere. He thinks I am the best family member in existence. However, I wouldn't say that he's super affectionate. He's just very attached. And on the other hand, like, Buttercup will come up to you and she will hit me in the foot, like if I'm working or something, for me to pet her under the desk. Like, yeah. So I don't think that gender has a whole lot to do with it, or I guess I should say biological sex, although we don't really worry about that on animals as much as people. I also had a feral cat that only liked me and no one else. Here we have to go to my mom's and get her since I lost mine yesterday on our Uber. Blah. Well, go do the things, Rowdy. Go do all the things. Go to your mom's. We'll see you when you get back. My dog is so energetic. I took him for a 1-hour walk this morning, and literally 5 minutes after he got the zoomies. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. As soon as I got my Sphinxes, I got them pet insurance because I know they're high maintenance too, and it's been a lifesaver. We need to get pet insurance for Wesley. The other two we don't have, and I think they're probably too old. I don't know that they'll take it. Right, only when personifying animals like Judy Hopps. Yes. My dog loves his after walk run around the yard. I had a dog that was kind of like that. People often say chestnut horses, mainly mares, are mean. But I've had a chestnut mare that was so sweet and a palomino gelding that was so spicy. You have horses, Ellie? That's awesome. My mother had a horse when I was a kid, and my dad did before me. And I never really, not for lack of wanting to or trying, I never really got into horses. You might have to provide previous vet records to rule out pre-existing issues. You know what? Yeah, I mean, they both have issues now, unfortunately. One has a heart condition and the other one has dementia and arthritis. So, I think we're just going to mostly worry about the younger one, and fortunately, we have things like care credit, and we have a pretty good vet that's fairly, nothing's cheap, fairly inexpensive. Hi, you want to touch a horse? Horses are awesome. We used to do the local rodeo circuit and, watch the barrel racing and the pole vaulting. I never got into a lot of the other things of, in the rodeo circuit, like bull riding and stuff. But pole vaulting and barrel racing is so much fun. I'm sweating my non-existent balls off. Oh no! Lady Blue, is it really hot where you are? I live in New Mexico, which is the desert, and it actually isn't awesome, like super hot yet. It's in the 80s. I mean, like, not yet at the moment. It will be today. But it hasn't been awful yet. My dog is 6, and cockapoos are supposed to calm down at 4, but that didn't happen with mine. Yeah, Wesley, well, we don't know exactly how old he is. He kind of looks like an old man. We assumed he was an old man, and that he was like the same age as our other dogs. And then the vet took a look at him, and she finally settled on him being 5 at the most, which would make him 6 now. And that little boy can bounce and prance around and try to be a circus dog like nobody's business. The other dogs just look at him like he's nuts. Oh, you don't own horses anymore? I'm sorry. Yeah, care credit is so definitely a lifesaver. Like, we had, all the things had to go down like at the same time last summer. Like, we finally did a dental cleaning for our Pitty Apollo, and of course she had to lose some teeth and all that stuff, and he's a big dog, so that's just expensive just to put him to sleep for long enough to do it and everything else. And then Buttercup had her heart thing happen, and that was doggy emergency room, and then the cardiac unit, which we do actually have a cardiac specializing vet in this state, which is kind of impressive, and happens to be in the same city I live in, which is also super impressive. So at least there would, like, I didn't have to drive hours for this, but yeah, there was no way we could have dealt with all of that if we didn't have, like, care credit and stuff. Dr. Cockapoo wants to move at all. Those and Cavaliers are some of the laziest dogs I've ever worked with. You must give them a good life and a good diet. He doesn't like normal raw dog food, so he has kibble for during the day and has some raw chicken and veg with his dinner. Gelding was 8 and got suspensory ligament damage. Ooh, on both back legs. Both back legs. Left back leg was the worst. He's now retired from all types of work, so now he's a companion for a 23-year-old in a nice home. Nice. Well, at least good for the horsey. That is, yeah. Pets are awesome. Like, pets are good for everything. Pets are good for life. They have gotten me through some rough times, for sure. Should we get into a game? Should we actually play a game? We should probably actually play a game, huh? Maybe, kinda, sorta. So I didn't finally. The kiddo and Kayaks and I finally went in and got them all of their Alan Wake stuff last night. And I'm kind of ready for the Alan Wake event to be over. Anybody else feel the same way? Like, I am kind of ready for it to just to be, yeah, to not, why is my hair being all sorts of doofy last night too? Like, multiplayer lobbies are kind of wild these days. I'm sure you all know. You grew up with horses? Yeah, horses are awesome. We don't have horses. In fact, we don't have anything. on them, but I do have some farm property in my family. And right now they're just crop farms and the houses on them are being rented out. But one of them used to, like, we used to have a tenant that had horses, but not ones that, of course, we could go ride because they weren't ours. I guess maybe we could have asked, but anyway, that was a long time ago. And now, you know, I live in the city. I'm realistic enough to know that if I owned a horse, it would have to be stabled somewhere, and then I would probably... I don't know, I probably wouldn't end up out there as often as I should, and all of that sort of stuff, and that's not good for anybody. And now my nose is suddenly running. Alright, where do we want to start? It's a good thing Rowdy's lurking, or they'd say prison. We might actually do a prison run. I'm feeling a little like we might do a prison run today. But we're not going to start with that. Horse riding is so fun and relaxing at times, but they're expensive and hard to keep. They are. They are. When I was a kid, I grew up in Chicago, and so my mom's horse was stabled at a place like in one of the suburbs. You know, it was like, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes away from us. And then something went on, I don't know what, and she moved the horse to the town where like the family's farm property and whatnot is. And even though we were there regularly, and it wasn't super, it's like a 2-hour drive from Chicago, she almost never saw him. And he was getting older. It was kind of to a point of not, probably not really wanting to, riding anymore, etc. for the horse. But like, I don't think my mom really ever went to see him or go like spend time, go work him, go any of the things. And so, like, he just kind of lived there, and I don't think she saw him hardly at all, maybe a couple of times a year. And yet we were definitely out there more than a couple of times a year. So, I don't think that's fair to everything. And then they're expensive. Like, and then you're paying somebody to house them and feed them and take care of them. And if you're not spending time with them, like... Anyway, that's my personal soapbox about it all. My mother, I am certain, would disagree with everything I just said. So, right, let's see what new weirdness or just weirdness I haven't discovered yet Phaz has. Because it's probably got all sorts of goofiness. Like all the things. Last week, before we got some of our tier 2 stuff back, I still had the Polaroid, and I was holding a Polaroid picture in my left hand like the entire game. Every time I took a picture, it was wild. I have screenshots of it somewhere. We've got Luke Straffen. Well, that means... Oh, and I didn't even change... Well, we're going to play this round. I didn't change back to my 2 evidence. I still have not gotten an Oswong at all. Like, one game last night, we were on Friendly Ghost, so who cares? We had one. And we were only on Friendly Ghost so that, like, the kiddo, she and I tried to do the event last week, and especially Grafton was giving her just anxiety, so it was like, let's just do friendly and let's go through and pound the stuff and then be done. And yeah, every time I've had an Oswong. It's like I've gone into the map to look at a thing or check out a thing or do a something and then I leave again. And so it's not really like getting one. So I plan to go back down to 2 evidence, but I forgot. So we'll do this one on 3 evidence and then we'll go to 2. Alright, we need to escape Lukey during a hunt. Luke needs to do an event. And then we need to prevent him from hunting with a crucie. And we got a blood moon. What? Phaz, is this just what we're doing to me now? Because this happened to me last week too. First game on Willow, blood moon. I'm pretty sure it was last Sunday when I was missing like all of my like protective gear too. So apparently I just get blood moon willows. This is how Phaz is gonna be doing all the scammy things. Right, so no music box, no tarot cards. Okay, and Ghost is just right out here. So there, that one can go there. We'll bring the other one in. Let's look for bones and objects. Oh, mirror. I never noticed that they weren't, like, completely in line with each other. There is literally no hiding in the garage. Thanks, Phaz. Thanks for being, you know, so helpful with, like, everything. And we've already got the mirror, so we won't have a Jerry. We call the voodoo doll Jerry. My kiddo named him. So. And school just ended for my kiddo last week. So we are full into summer break, which is, can I name the next ghost with a new name? Sure. We can totally name the next ghost. Whatever you want. And so kiddo is full on into summer mode and staying up late. We were asleep before she went to bed last night. And she's gonna be a senior in high school next year, so we are full, I mean not full into, but we are kind of into prepping for those things. Like tomorrow she gets to go take her quote-unquote senior pictures, which we're just doing the ones that, like, we're doing like the smallest package with the photographer, because we have photographer friends. So we're gonna use one of them for like senior graduation, whatever you want to call them, pictures. I go back to college tomorrow. I'm from the UK. What are you studying, Ellie? If you don't... I forgot where I was going. If you don't mind sharing, you obviously don't have to, but what are you studying? Yeah, when I was in college, I usually did like a summer semester or a class during the summer semester. Trying to, you know, knock a few more out. Is it still like ridiculously hot for you guys? Like abnormally hot? Get our ghostwriting book down. L1 UPS/support, but in September into L2 UPS. Uniform Public Services. Okay. So would that fall under like... It was 28C yesterday. That would put it like 90 Fahrenheit roughly, right? I don't know my conversions without Googling it. And I really should. But nope, we got ghosty writing. There's my EMF meter. $81. Okay, so not quite as bad as I was thinking. Although, for you, it doesn't normally get that hot. For you guys, right? So, to me, that's not that bad. And for you, that's probably absolutely miserable. We don't have ACs, so... Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot about that. AC isn't common for you guys. Yeah, that's rough. That is really rough. Yeah, that would be miserable. Well, hopefully it cools down soon. It's not too hot today, thankfully. Well, good. Yeah, no melting. Now, of course, you're gonna go through it right when, you know, everything does stupid things. Don't see feet. Get out of my hand. Yeah, our weather forecast, freezing, is claiming if it's right at my feet, I should be able to pick it up. Like, I'm glad that I have feet in the game now, but I can pick up things that are right below me. Like, I should be able to in real life. Why can't I pick that back up? That will be my forever gripe. That is going to be my gripe for always, that you can't pick up stuff that's right at your feet. Okay, we do... Mostly because I want to make sure that there's for sure no feet. I also don't think I actually got a video. Yeah, we just got a fire extinguisher video. It's 17C today, so it's a decent temp. Nice. Yeah, supposedly, according to the weather forecast, we're actually going to get rain on like Tuesday and Wednesday. However, here, because it's saying rain right now and it's Sunday, probably by tomorrow it will be pushed back to like rain on Wednesday, and then it'll probably disappear. However, we are now basically in monsoon season, which means we do get more rain. This is when we get most of our rain for like the year, but it's been pretty hit or miss. And we didn't really have much of a winter. We do actually get snow and stuff. Thanks for turning out my lights. And we really didn't. Like, it was actually about freezing, I don't know, like for like 2 weeks in January. So I had a thunderstorm a couple of days ago. It started at 22:50 and ended at 5 a.m. Oof. Long rainstorms, like if you don't have to go anywhere or do anything, long rainstorms are nice. But if you're like, I don't know, out and about, me personally, like I kind of like driving in the rain. I will totally take driving in the rain. But if I'm like running errands where you have to get in and out of the car constantly or something like that, that's just, it's no fun. I know the Ure door ability is kind of borked right now, but, you know, we'll pretend. That's just an EMF 3. I love going out in the rain. It's so relaxing. It is. Alright, I am not a fan of this, like, we can throw the tripod now. Like, I am not a fan of it at all. Yesterday, brought in a tripod, picked up the camera, you know, did my thing. There's feet. Oh, I don't have any pictures left. We just need to mark it. This is the laziest demon ever. Yeah, I am definitely a person that likes to play in the rain. Like, I'll go sit in the rain, I'll go play in the rain. Kayaks laughs at me because on our front, like, patio, whatever, there's a couple of spots where that, that are a little bit lower, so, like, puddles will gather. And I absolutely go out there and jump in the little puddles and whatever else. And he thinks it's hilarious. Okay, what is my... I mean, we really haven't been in the dark, but jeez. I think the demon got offended being called lazy. It did. And it burned a crucie. When did it burn a crucie? Okay. Well, it burned one. Whatever it did. Do I even want to worry about escaping a hunt with a demon? Do I even... I don't know if I care. Blood Moon Demon escape... no. We're just going to call this one good and actually fix our stuff and then go on to the next one.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
However, we were correct with a demon. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, not that we had a big question about it. Alright, let's fix our custom to do 2 evidence. This does mean that for sure if we actually get an Aswang, I will 100% get it wrong. But them's the breaks. We're at level 43. Oh, if I would upgrade this flashlight, I'd already have the better one. But I think I would rather get the better motion sensor for now. Fortunately, Mondays we tend to play games with my partner Kayaks, and he refuses to prestige. He's like level 175 or something at Prestige 0. He refuses to do it, so that means that he just loads the truck. So hopefully I will earn some monies tomorrow. Nope, and it's gonna be snowing. Who are we looking for this time? We have Sophie Hall. We need Sophie to walk through a motion sensor. We need a photo of Sophie, and then we need 3 videos. Now, I know everybody kind of starts with... Now, everyone has their preference as to what stuff they bring in first. I've just always brought the thermo in first. And I don't really remember when Cruci started being part of my, like, initial stuff to bring into the map. But it's kind of stuck with me. Her new name is Katarina from the Vampire Diaries. I'm down. Alright, Katarina. Hopefully you are not a crappy ghost to figure out. You could end up being a hallway ghost. The hallway is cooling off. I have a feeling she's gonna end up being a hallway ghost. No, Jerry. I'm pretty sure I turned off this light, didn't I? Okay, I think you're a hallway ghost. So mostly... Alright, so this said it was locked. And I can open this one, and I can go in here. But I can't open that one. In the series The Vampire Diaries, Katarina was a vampire who was on the run for 500 years? I have never watched The Vampire Diaries. Or read the books. I believe there's a book series, right? That is a series that clearly I should read. Oh, we got Tarots. It's a really good series, but has a lot of gore. I don't mind gore. Gore is not a thing that really bothers me. I don't know if there's a book series. I feel like there might be. I don't really know either, clearly. But somehow in my head... Okay, both of those are locked. There is one. Hearts get ripped out of people? Hello? Okay, the bush rustling is a bit much. Did we actually get that picture? Since I was like peeing my pants at the same time? No. Of course not. Because why would I get the picture while the ghost is trying to scare the crap out of me? Anyway, ghost is for sure in here. So we got our tarot. We still need a bone. I will have to add Vampire Diaries to my list. It's a very long series. Nice. So that's something I can super binge while, like, working and stuff. Although... So I've got the locker hiding. Open power must be in the basement. Not all TV series... Like, I love having a good long series to just, like, binge watch while working, but not all series are good for binging while working. Because, you know, you're working, or at least supposed to be. So I find some shows are not as good for that. Because, you know, it's a little bit more listening than watching. So some shows just don't work so well for binging while working. It's actually one of the... how I ended up kind of discovering Twitch way back in the day, a million years ago. Well, I discovered Twitch through a DJ that I found, I think, on RPan, of all places. However, then I kind of... then it just kind of branched out from there. Because... well, thanks for giving me the video and the orbs. Ghosty does seem to really like to keep walking down that hallway. It's on Netflix and Prime. It's really fun to binge watch. There's 8 seasons. The longest season is season 4 with 23 episodes. That's a lot. So we saw Orbeez. Did we record the Orbeez? We did. Okay. So we need to make sure that we don't have a mimic. And each episode is 40 minutes long. So that's a good long one to binge. Nice. I will add it to my list. There's so many shows. There really are. It's PG-15, so the gore isn't too much. I didn't know there was a PG-15. It's like here we've got TV 14, which is sort of basically like PG-13, but PG is a movie rating. I don't know why there's different ratings for TV shows they shouldn't be, but whatever. PG-15 is probably a UK thing. Yeah, probably. Everybody's got their different definitions of stuff. Alright, I guess we better do Spirit Box. I don't wanna... Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? Are you old? Are you young? Do you like cheese? Do you like pizza? Are you stinky? Do you need a shower? Do you like the noise that the bush makes? Where are you? Nope, we don't even like my singing. Well, screw you then. Yeah, it's TV-14 in the USA. Okay, that makes total sense. I get that. This was a few years ago. My kiddo was very into, like, Elizabethan Europe kind of. Alright, and I found out that there was the show called The Tudors. And she found out that we had, like, it was on whatever streaming services we had. And she's like, so can we watch it? And it's like, yeah, but, and before I could even say, but there's probably going to be a bunch of nudity, she had turned it on and started, and the very first scene is a whole bunch of nudity, and she was kind of like, maybe not. It's like, you know, if you want to watch, like, try and tell Katarina that Eli or Stefan Salvatore is looking for her, that might make her talk. Ooh. I have all of my thingies in there, right? Oh, but our sanity is kind of in the crapper. I think it's weird that we suddenly don't have drinking sounds. Still need a photo of the ghost. I'm in love with both Elijah and Stefan. Where's my salt? Under my foot, so I can't pick it up. Alright, Katarina, you wanna, like, walk through salt and stuff? Do stuff. Oh, I got a dots ghost for a quarter of a second. Which does take Mimic out, so I guess we put our orbs in. And of course, always, always, always. At least it let me record that. Where are you? I need a photo. I say, if you're gonna stand there, I think I already have a ghost video though, don't I? I already did, but my book was full by the time she tried to do that anyway. Alright. So videos are full. We need sounds. And we've got our 2 evidence. So now it's sound recorder gaslighting me. That's what it is. Oh, I'll light the candle again. I don't need this in my hand. We'll get our sounds. Or just keep having the power turned off. You know, Katarina, I really want the power to stay on. I like being in the light. I get that you might not. But, it's my stream, so it's kind of all about me. I really hate trying to figure out where the sounds are. Alright, well, at least I got a sound. Katarina does love attention. I think most people do in one way or another. You know, also, why were you not recording? Seriously. It's like... Nope, I still need one more photo. I don't really care about perfect games, but when I can get one, it's kind of nice. I don't really know why I'm looking in the camera. Okay, my sanity's kind of back in the crapper again. Right, we're gonna... Banshee test. After... Oh, now it finally dotsed enough for there to be, like... Except that I was not prepared. I want you. It hasn't messed with the doors, like, at all, really. Like, it did during one event. But otherwise... Yeah, we all know that you can walk upside down, lady. I need this light on, I think. She can also be very sneaky. Ooh. Kinda like this Katarina lady. I will definitely have to watch the show. Ellie, is it like one of your favorite shows? Or is it just like... Yeah, is it one of your favorites? Is this one that you rewatch often? Yeah, definitely my fave. Nice. Okay, then I will definitely have to add it to my list. I love vampire things. You're in season 5 right now. Is this like rewatch 2, 3, 4? Okay, well, she roamed to me, but did she roam to me because it's me, or did she roam to me because it's a small map? Well, now I'm just here hoping for some sounds. What's my other... Oh, all my objectives are done. Groovy. I thought I still had one left. Nope, and we got ads chomping at the bit. So... Whoop, not that button. I'm honestly kind of leaning towards Banshee. But... it's hard to know. All ads all the time. Yep, that's me. All ads all the time. I'm busting your chops, of course. Yes, I know, Rowdy. Oh, and our ghostie's laughing at us now, too. I think we have a Banshee. First ever watch, it has werewolves, hybrids, witches, and travelers that can't do traditional magic. And there are hunters, hunt vampires. There are original vampires like Elijah, Home and Some Families, the originals. Wow, okay. Yes, Vampire Diaries is now on the list. I think we have a stinky Banshee. That is what I think we have, and she is definitely quite amused with me. I am apparently hilarious. The originals have been alive for almost 2,000 years. Could you imagine living that long? Yeah, our ghostie is quite rude. He's very rude. She keeps interrupting my conversation about the Vampire Diaries. Katerina is a rude vampire? Alright, well then our ghostie fits. So we are guessing Banshee. That is what I'm thinking. It didn't really do a whole bunch of door touches. It's been kind of a venti off and on, so not like a Thay. Quite rude, in my opinion. I agree with you, Rowdy. I think this ghostie is very rude. Anyway, we are guessing Banshee. It is kind of a guess. I have not really had enough to eliminate everything else. And, yeah. Lurk can have some dinner. Enjoy the lurk, Ellie. Enjoy the lurk. Do all the things. Enjoy the foods. And we were correct with a Banshee. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Right, I do need to run ads. They're gonna start without me if I don't. Either way. Now, I do one ad break an hour. It is just for 3 minutes. It gets pre-roll off for the next hour for anybody new coming in. And I won't do a thing. We will just hang out here in the game lobby. You won't miss a thing while ads are running. I am going to take a quick break to refill my water, check the pets, use the restroom, whatever else I might need to do. If you don't get ads, or if you don't get all the ads, I do put words on stream up, so that way you're not just staring at an empty screen. And I'll see you all in just a couple of minutes. Alright, I am back. Yep, I beat you to it, Rowdy. And I did read your message. I'm so glad that that's getting sorted. I'm sorry I had to go through all the work to get it sorted, but at least it's getting sorted. Yay for it getting sorted. ads are over, and the round of words is ending. That was like perfect timing. So I'm gonna pause the music so that we can hear the game. And we'll get the words and the BRB off. Oh, and we finished a weekly task. Cool. Does Banshee do anything that is super interesting that we care about in our statistics? Not really. What is coming up as far as upgrades that we definitely want to try and save some monies for? Better spirit box, better UV. I like the tier 3 UV more than the tier 2, but the difference isn't huge as far as I'm concerned. We'll upgrade the sound sensor eventually. Alright, so I did claim that I might do a prison run. Let me make sure. Got a tier 2 parabolic. Let's put 2 in because I will put one down somewhere and not be able to find it. I want something to do. I'm bored. Wah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a prison run. Just for you, Rowdy. You were lurking when I said I might earlier.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
But unfortunately, I definitely need a flashlight for prison. We are not going to look for the bone. We're not going to worry about perfect games, which we don't anyway. Hey, Barry. How's it going? How are you? How's your Sunday treating you? Games are going okay so far. I barely started it and got a raid from Tyler, so I forgot to switch back to 2 evidence for my first game, and it was a lazy as hell demon on Willow, so that was kind of nice. It's been a lazy Sunday? Good. I had kind of a lazy Saturday. I love it. You know, you gotta have a lazy day, at least every once in a while. Lazy days are important. And we have fog. Is my flashlight on? Is my headgear on? It was. Okay. Is it just me, or did they kind of like bork all the lights? Like flashlights, headgear, all that sort of stuff. But otherwise, yeah, games have been going good. This is the 3rd game I've played today, and I'm going to prison by choice. But it makes Rowdy happy, so, you know, we'll go with it. I almost went to church today. Where you just feel like, you know, where you're just kind of in the mood, or is it just like nothing else to do? I had a demon hunt me before I could even take out my thermo yesterday. Wow, I don't think I've had one go quite that fast. Like, even to get my Doomslate achievement, I think I had to run at it in order to, like, get it before the timer. No, I was walking past one and nearly went in. I think that's how my mother discovered the church that she kind of likes to go to when she's here. When I go into churches I feel like I am internally burning, Luckily it was Willow, so I looped it at the couch and left. 50 seconds total, including the full hunt. That would definitely be a demon. Oh yeah, my first game was also a blood moon, so I had a really lazy demon on a blood moon. And this is the second time in basically like a week, little over a week, where the my first game has been a blood moon. Apparently Phaz thinks I just need all the blood moons. So I literally discovered that the light switches for the halls are in this room, I don't know, like last month. I had a lazy as fuck demon today. I had the Paramic objective and I thought it was a demon. Yeah, the Paramic objective sucks. And you know what? We didn't even look at what our objectives or anything else are for this game. We were just stuck on that we are going to prison. A demon can eat a bag of Filthy Richards. Demons sure can. I'm not... For me, demons are either super aggro and, like, hunt me the minute after, like, right after, you know, the minute, because why would they give me the real obvious tell? Or they do nothing. Yeah, we didn't even look at these. Alright, we've got Jim Wilson. Jimmy needs to go through a motion sensor. We need to detect Jimmy with a parabolic, so I guess it's good that we're trying to find him with one anyway. And then we need to witness an event. Aegis had 3 back-to-back Gorios yesterday. Ugh. I think Gorios are easily one of my least favorite ghosts. Gross? Yeah. I think Gorios are one of my least favorite ghosts. I also feel like I don't... Like, maybe they're just borky these days. I don't know, but I don't get... Gorios seem to take forever to show up in dots. Like, I don't know if it's just me, or like... Oh, Ghost is up here somewhere. Or, like, or I don't know where the room boundaries are. Nope, thanks for talking to me. That's parabolic objective knocked out. Oh, there's our poopy water. And then 2 back-to-back blood moons. Ugh. And normal honor raids and kept harping on about BS. Oh, yeah. No, that would definitely be a reason to tell them to go away. Did you walk out here and turn off this light, or did I just not turn on this light up here? Well, that was me breaking the power. Don't know where the power was, so we're gonna go look in the van. Really, van people love Phasmo backseaters. They are the greatest. They are totally indeed. Alright, well, we can get one of you in here at the same time. Where is my power? Oh, right next to the ghost room. That makes it easy. Some people have the weirdest ideas on how this game works. I have heard so many strange things. I mean, like, the one that pops into my brain automatically is, like, the super, what's now kind of, like, meme-y one of, you know, if the bone is in the ghost room, then it's a Goryo or whatever it was. I got 5 evidences. No, you didn't. Yeah, no. Reading is hard. mean, like, I don't mind help. You know, give me help. I say it all the time. I will 100% walk right over, you know, the bone. I will walk over a huge spine and totally miss it. Oh, we throw in coffee cups now? I can do it too. Hi-ya! Here's no one reads what it says under the stream screen. Yeah, nobody reads those. And clearly says no backseating unless asked. Well, obviously didn't read. Also, the thermo does not auto-read. Sometimes I wish it did. Yeah. 4 if you got a memo. I throw beer at the ghost in the basement of Tangy. Throwing beer at the ghost in the basement is probably... Yeah, I would throw beer at the ghost too. Right, if the thing is on when I put it down, it should be on when I pick it up. Just saying. Okay, now I've got nothing in my hands I can actually go get all the things. Like, here, have a drink! Yeah. I think the prison is haunted. I agree with you, Rowdy. I think it is. I don't need to escape a ghost, but this is where I tend to hide when I do. Mostly because I have no idea where else to hide. And I know it's not soon on the list of reworks or anything else. However, I would really... I'm looking forward to when they do the rework of prison. Right? Fuck cell block ghosts. That's exactly why I'm looking forward to a rework of it. Because I would really like to have the cell blocks just make more sense. Like, as far as rooms go. High school needs a rework too? I agree. I don't remember whose stream I was watching. I kind of feel like it might have been Amber's a while ago. During like a community day or something. Thank you for the biddies, Rowdy. Thank you. I appreciate it. And like, she looked in the mirror and was like, well, it's a classroom that might have this kind of graffiti on it. I think it might have been Amber Wicks, but it could have been Amber. No, I think it was Amber Wicks. This was a while ago. This was, I don't know, forever ago. So I could be imagining it, but her voice is what's popping into my head. Oh, hi! Thanks for letting me have a picture! Now, Ghosty is clearly visible in that picture, so... Not a phantom. I swear I know my alphabet. And... yeah, looking in the mirror, woohoo! And like, well, it's a classroom with graffiti. The graffiti might be blue. You know, and that's like half the classrooms. It's super not helpful. Like, they all look the same. Do it in the bowl, Ghosty. Goodness, right? You know, even my dogs who are... you know, if they have an accident, like, in the bedroom, usually we find it in the shower. You know, usually it's in the shower. Which is just, like, you know. I heard dirty water used to be objective. Poo water objective, meh. Yeah, when I first got really into Phasmo, the streamers that I'd like gotten into Phasmo about or from watching or whatever, like I watched some of the really old back in the day VODs on like YouTube and whatnot. And yeah, the dirty water objective is just wild. Really? I throw you down so you stop? Of course. It's like, the ghost might not even be near a room with a sink for water. Like, yeah, it was a dumb objective. Like, so you'd have to have, like, changing rooms on for sure. And you'd have to... And I think it was back when you couldn't... The EMF is bullshit. It super was. And then you'd have to, like... But also, at that time... Wasn't it set that, like, it didn't... give you an option for difficulty? Like, it just picked whether you were playing, like, pro or amateur or... whatever. Like, it just picked your difficulty. Oh, that was dots. We haven't seen dots in person. I think so. I think the old... Yeah, you have no clue, still a Phasmo baby. Not even a year. Like a year and a half in, so... This was definitely well before my time, also. Oh, there's our dots in person. Well, at least it's not a Goryo. As I was thinking it might be, since we saw him from the truck. I was like, that would be just my luck. And we are talking about poopy Goryos, so Phaz goes, bet. Give me poopy Goryos. I like watching partners play Asylum. It is way creepier than Sunny Meadows. I don't think I've really watched anyone fully play Asylum. I also learned the lighting was shit in Asylum. I think it was. Did I throw my camera down? Oh, and of course, now you go through the salt. Is that this door? No, this door goes this way. Hi, Dots! Of course, now when I pick up the video camera, it's to, like, get Dots. He's super not gonna Dots. Is it gonna give me that? Nope. I have a feeling we don't have UV. Nope, but we have ghost writing. Okay, so there's our other evidence. Throw you down. What else is in my hands? Thanks for giving me that. Ghost poops a lot, and there are no feeties. Yep. Yeah, this ghost is just in and out of those bathrooms constantly. And we have music box. We don't have Ouija board. Ouija board would be nice. On less than 3 evidence. Dios have 4th spirit box, right? I think so. Okay. None of these others have any forced evidence. If they do, I don't know what it is. For some reason, it's weird to not have a drinking sound. These can be quite throwy. I mean, I feel like at this point, if it was a they, it would be starting to be less active. I don't know. I did have a phantom polter throwing. Yeesh. Alright, now Ghosty, you could do things like dots and stuff. Cool, I'll take that interaction. I can almost never get those. Thanks, Rowdy. Thanks for the fart. Nope, you're not excused, Rowdy. Not at all. Alright, Ghosty, come on. Do the things and the stuff. Do the thingies. Alright, Ghost, just because Rowdy farted doesn't mean that you should too. Although, if you'd give me a dots video, I would appreciate it. Doggo is feeling better? Yay! I had totally forgotten to ask. Well, I'm glad that your doggo is doing better. I'm glad that he's feeling better. Pink guy is all gone. No sicky puppies. Good. Yeah, we had a couple of days. That's also good to know. Yeah, no more runny poops. Leave runny poops to the ghosts. Yeah, most of last week, Wesley wasn't eating all of his breakfast. Which is kind of... like, he's not an overeater. Which is great, because the other two... you know, Apollo has lost 20 pounds in the last, like, 2-3 years. So... And it was blood coming out of his bum. Oof. That's upset innards for sure. Been eating like a hog, it's sick. Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but somebody asked me, because the older dogs are on 14 different meds and everything else. Although I think I already had a door move video. Open! I don't know why I keep trying to get that dots video. I'm not gonna get it. Oh, and our book was full anyway, and we did have a door move. Well. Okay. What do I care about sounds? Not really. Is there good hiding around here somewhere? No. At least not in there. So someone was asking me about, like, how do I give them pills, or, like, what do I do with it and whatnot. It might have even been the vet. And I was kind of like, well, Apollo, doesn't care. We just toss him in his food. He eats his food too fast to notice that there's pills in there. And with Buttercup, the only pill she doesn't like is her allergy pill. Weirdly enough, the one time that we ran out of children's Claritin, and so I had grabbed like just some regular chewable Claritin that we happened to have floating around. Are these hiding spots? Are these like official, or are they fake hiding spots? I also am not... Oh, there's lockers back here. So in theory, I could hide here. They are, but they stink. So, okay, but I could hide in those lockers. I want to be somewhere where I can hear it. Like, for sure hear it. Locker's grand choice? Well, depending. Depending on whether they're working correctly or not. Because I'm not thinking that it's a they. I'm thinking that it's probably an Obombo. But the best way to know is for me to hide somewhere and have it hunt. But I think my sanity is now at... Oh, it might be at 60. I am gonna have to pull some crucies out of there. I cut his eyelashes a couple of days ago. Why pay somebody to do that if you trust me with scissors? Oh, that's right, you have a very longy-haired dog where they get in the way. I do... It's like, we don't do that. I barely cut their nails, and I shouldn't say that. We do cut their nails. Wesley is the one that we don't. But he's decided that he likes to chew on his nails, so they're actually almost too short now. So yeah, lashes can irritate his eyeballs. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Alright, we do indeed have a lighter. I was pretty sure we did. But you never know. Okay, so I want to just drain my sanity. I don't want to cause a cursed hunt. So I also don't actually want to drain my sanity that much. So maybe we don't do the music box. Grab this one. Well, that drained my sanity a little bit. I think it hit me. Okay. Where are the lights for, like, here? He's getting fatter, which is what the vet wants because he lost a pound. With little dogs, it is so funny. Wait, that's not where we want to be. This is where we want to be. It's like a pound feels like nothing, or seems like nothing. But on a, okay, we're at like 50, so this is perfect. But on a little dog, a pound is a lot. Like when we started controlling, like super controlling, like the dogs eat in separate rooms, all of that stuff, really making sure to like pay attention to the portioning, and you know they can't switch dishes and whatever, so that, and like changing their food to a lower fat content food and all of that. Like Apollo started dropping weight almost immediately, and Buttercup, it would be like, oh, she's lost like an ounce or like 2. Like we couldn't get her to lose anything. And you know Apollo's like 10 pounds, 20 pounds. Ooh. He lost like half a dog. And wait, Buttercup, we can't get her to, she is about at the weight that she should be at now. Unfortunately, that's probably partially due to her heart condition and the meds that she's on, and not due to like the fact that she's actually lost weight. Oop. Whereas Wesley, yeah, Wesley doesn't overeat. Like, if he doesn't eat all of his food, he just doesn't eat all of his food. But last week, like, he was eating all of his dinner, but he wasn't eating all of his breakfast. And sometimes almost none. And it was starting to make me a little nervous that, like, something was bothering him. Like, maybe something in his mouth was bothering him, or, because, like, he wasn't ill, he wasn't not eating. He just, breakfast is just dry food, and we put a little bit of wet food in with their dinner. So that's why I was thinking something like teeth or mouth. And then today, no problems. Yesterday, no problems. So what do I know? Of course, I am in the light. I do have, this is all one big room, right? So if I turn off the light in here, I'm gonna drain some sanity, right? That was terrifying. What the hell kind of noise was that? I have never heard that before. Oh, lovely. You wandered in here. Well, I'm glad I put a crucie in here. Alright, go somewhere else. Go back to your room. I was like, I want to be able to hear it. I don't want it to actually eat my face. Which, unfortunately, I don't have meds with me. Oh, but that was kind of slow. And I'm definitely not at 10. We're going down this way. Are we gonna make it out the door? Haha! Okay, I'm not sure I know. I felt like it sounded kind of slow initially, but then I felt like it was a little bit faster when we could hear it again. But neither of those... What do we think? I'm still... Like, I'm not willing to do the Aswang test. It's a terrible test. But maybe... Maybe it's an Aswang? Since it was slow? Do we want to take a guess and find out? What the hell? Let's take a guess and find out.
Welcome back.
Haha! Alright. Cool. So, we at least know something. As I knock everything over on my desk. So we at least figured that out. It just sounds kind of slow. So sort of maybe like a slow twin? Hold on one second. Okay. My phone wasn't charging because the charger was unplugged. And yeah. Right, so maybe kinda like a slow twin. Is it a little bit slower than the slow twin? Not that I actually know the exact speed that the slow twin is, but okay, well, at least we learned something about it, because I feel like I know nothing about the Aswang. Or the Aswang, if you want to, have the funny pronunciation of it. Well, after that, we're gonna do a smaller map. Let's do the diner. Why not? Might have to pause in the middle for ads, but that's okay.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. There have been new
Get
reports
all of our stuffy stuffs and our thingy things.
summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use it to your advantage.
Oh, and we might want the bunker. Right, we've got William Hall. So that removes our Banshee and our Dion. We need to cleanse where Willie is hanging out. We need Willie to go through the motion sensor. And then we need 3 videos. Warn Willie that we're coming. Since there's no reason to, I'm not going to worry too hard about bonking shadows, except for ones that are, like, in our way or just annoying. You know, this is like the employee-only area. Why are you all hanging out back here? Alright, no orbicals. At least not on the cameras. Right, so it says that these lockers can be opened. There's also stuff in them. Oh, there, that one finally opened. Fridge dance party. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Woo! I thought I heard a door. Are you hiding bones? No, we're not hiding bones. No Ouija board. You should eat food, you think? Eating food is good. What is it with bathroom ghosts and sink pooping today? Alright, we'll go in. Apparently we'll just get stuck on the wall. Right. No bones. At least not that I can see. Yeah, you might want to eat some food, Rowdy. Food is good. Oh, there's a bone. I'm really surprised I saw that, to be completely honest. Nope, we didn't look for Jerry. We better look for Jerry. Well, we have tarot, so I guess there's no point in looking for Jerry. And just got an ass wang for her APOC 3 ghost. Yeah, and the Cormos, that too. The Cormos will walk right past you. I had a Cormos on Woodwind. Yeah, they can't see, but they have hyper hearing. And that was fun. It walked back and forth on like I was standing right in front of the games tent, and it just walked back and forth on the other side of the campfire. And that was really fun to watch. You know, you're really loud. Got my Chiefs clapped by one because I ran away from it. Yeah, they're fast when they want to be. They are. Let's grab you. Grab you. Alright, we're gonna bonk some guys. On Ridgeview. I do really like the effect when they do their disappearing. Oh, hi Dotties. I'll put the bonker there. Put you here. Camera. I don't like playing Edgefield. I like Ridgeview better. Out of the two, I like Ridgeview better. But I don't mind Edgefield. Edgefield has way too many bathrooms, though. It's kind of stupid. Crap. And we've got ads coming up. Ridgeview is my new cozy map. I can absolutely get behind that. I can totally get behind that. Alright, we do have ads coming up, which is kind of perfect timing because I need to use the restroom. It was Willer, but now it's changed to Ridgeview. Willow is still one of my favorites. And with the weird work, Tangle has kind of gone up there too. Now if I speedrun it as Willow. Willow is definitely better for speedrunning over Ridgeview. I would agree with that. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and run ads. While ads are running, take a break, get drinks, get snacks, do all the thingies. I am going to take a quick break to use the restroom. If you don't get ads, if you don't get all the ads, I'm putting words on StreamUp. We are not going to go back into the map or into the game or anything until everybody is back from the ads. And I will see you all in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I am finally back. That is not the button. There we go. Thank you everybody for sitting through the ads and the longer than normal break. Him walking out of the bathroom and Kayaks is just standing there and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, move. It's going great. Ads have ended though. Like, move your butt. Yeah. It's his day off. He's not required to have a sense of time or anything else. You know. Okay, well, we have dots. We know we have dots. We've seen the dots. I think we saw them in person, but now I can't remember for sure. And welcome back, Ellie. I believe I need a beverage. I should ask Loki to bring me a tasty beverage. I would love to. And I should have. I probably could have. When Apollo was younger. Now, I'm not sure that the brain cell that he sometimes has use of would do it very well. But I always kind of wanted to teach my dogs, especially him because he was big enough, he's big enough to like carry in groceries and stuff. Alright, well, we know it's not a gin. Oh, thanks, Ellie. I will, as soon as stream ends, I will go in and assign roles and stuff that'll give you access to all the thingies. But thank you for joining. I don't post on there as often as I should. However, I definitely put my schedule on there and post like when videos go up in all the places. And yeah. I got the tasty beverage. He is a freeloader. Yeah, doggos are freeloaders. I am certain that if Wesley could, he would bring me sodas and stuff. This ghost is William. He probably needs a more creative name. I should have grabbed cheese while I was over there. Ooh, cheese. Cheese sounds good. Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? You're touching doors. Are you old? Are you young? Are you stinky? Do we have a stinky ghost? I mean, you keep, pooping in the sink. You're also wandering through the whole building. And throwing things. Thanks for throwing stuff at me. I know you're not over here since you just threw stuff at me, but, I could pretend. This button. That's the walk button. We are back to pushing all the wrong buttons. He is Stewie Griffin. You know what? He's throwing stuff. He seems kind of like a Stewie. Oh, yep. In-person dotties. So we definitely don't have a Goryo. Stewie from Family Guy. Oh, we got freezing. We got dotties and freezing. Which one is running? That one. Okay. So, with Doots and freezing. Aswang, Oni, or Yurei? For a second, I thought that one looked like it was freezy. Spirit box is also forced with more for Morai. That's right. I always forget that one. I also don't get Morais very often, which is probably why I forget that part. let's get some stuff in there, get some evidence, get some media. Oh, we already have our evidence. Get some media, get some our objectives, get the ghost behaviors. You had one yesterday. More eye farts? Are they like extra prone to missed balls or was it just being farty to you? Did I not grab anything I disagree with as a fart? I can totally get behind that. The favorite around here is Poophead. I want to get Phasmo so bad I'm going to ask for it for my Xbox on my birthday. Nice! Hopefully... we super forgot to pick up a lighter. We're winning. We are super winning at this. Or a Poophead. Yeah, Poophead is a very common one around our house. I love Phas. Phas is so much fun, even when it's borky. And it can be, it's really borky sometimes. I'm a pro? Thanks, I try. However, I have yet to even bother to try to do, like, apocalypse challenges. I do not have any of my APOC trophies. One of these days. It is on my list. Fuck. Oh, and then I don't have my APOC trophies? Yeah, I've never bothered to do them. I said one day. It's fun. I want to, like... I'm going to do them. I want to do them. Whether or not I'll do them on stream, I don't know. But I also realistically think that I will absolutely start with trying to do, do APOC 1, and then maybe skip 2 and try to do 3, because I know that gives me all of them, but still. Doop 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 doo. Okay, I know that there's dots, but I don't need dots now. We got salt, we got fire, we got dots, we haven't gotten emotion sense. There's a game similar to Phas on Roblox called Blair. I went on it yesterday. Thought I had a mimic, but it was a demon. I've heard there's a couple of ones that are very similar to... There's a couple on Roblox that are similar to like Phas and Demonologist and stuff. Check out 18th Attic. It's an anomaly game. Ooh. I do have... Ah, shoot. No, I'm not. Observation Duty. They were on sale. And... they're not... I mean, they're sort of spooky. They're not super spooky, though. At least, I haven't played them all. I played 1 and 2. So, yeah, Blair and Demonology. That's the name of the other one. Okay. 18th Addicts and Spooky Anomaly game. Cool. I might have to check it out. Sounds... Turn you off. What are our objectives again? Because I've already forgotten. Cleanse the area. Hey! Yay! I'm stuck on the door. It also didn't record because the sound recorder is a bitch. All of my photos are full, right? Yes. Alright, just for that, we're smudging you. Watched Aegis play it last night. I think Amber Wicks would be interested in it if she hasn't played it already. Yeah, she's a big fan of the Anomaly games. Or I feel like I've seen her play quite a few. What is my sanity at? Because this ghosty... let's go... Lara is one of the scarier ghost hunting games that I've been on. Yeah, I'm gonna do a firelight next for a sound recording. Yeah, I don't really do... Like, I've never played any of this stuff on Roblox. I've seen someone play. Who was it? I don't remember. But I saw somebody that I follow play the Roblox Phas like games a long time ago. Like probably at least like a year ago, it feels like now. And yeah, they seemed kind of fun. But I haven't really gotten onto Roblox. My kiddo used to play some games on Roblox at one point. But I haven't. What? Why are we running an ad break? Sorry everybody in ads, Twitch is being twitchy. And to mute my stream earlier to call the pharmacy that hung up on me? Rude. That is rude. I streamed like an hour of me playing Demonology for my first stream, but got no views. I mean, when I started, I think for the longest time I had no viewers or one. And that one would be Kayaks. So, it takes time. Could you not? I just recently played an RPG and yet... Yeah, I mean... Okay, it just turned off the power again. I started out streaming Minecraft, and was doing Minecraft in a really old school RPG that I had just never gotten around to playing. Well, thanks for saying creepy things in my ears. And like, I was having a lot of fun. It just never really went anywhere. And I always wanted to include Phas, and I just couldn't figure out... I shouldn't say I couldn't figure out how. I just hadn't figured out how. And then I kind of got a little burnt out with Minecraft. Because there was just so much that I wanted to build and wanted to do, and I needed like 8 hours of material grinding off stream to really be at that point. And so I switched over to Phas being my main game, and it just kind of, went from there. And so, I don't know. It takes time. Everything is different. I mean, I know people who started streaming at like the same time that I did, and are mountains ahead of where I am. And then, people who are still working there. And it's all different. It's all stuff. It's all network, and people you meet, and just all the things. Not very good at fighting games. I'm kind of good at sheriffs versus murderers on Roblox, so I might stream a few rounds of that later. Oh, that would be cool. I'm not familiar with that one. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not familiar with most of the Roblox games, but... yeah, just play stuff that you enjoy and go from there. And certain games are really popular right now that, like, won't be in 6 months. Stuff like that. I post edits of my horse riding on my YouTube, but it's flopping a little because they get limited or removed because of the music I use for them.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
So I got a perfect game and then didn't actually pick a ghost. That's hilarious. I literally didn't even figure out what it was. I got all the media, didn't even figure out what it was. Didn't at all. Like, I got my 2 evidences, but that's it. I know, another one. 2 in a row. I spend like hours making the edits too. It's hard to find music. There's a couple of like royalty free things, and I think even YouTube has like a thing where you can pick that has like, approved or whatever you want to call it music. Use CapCut. I don't know anything about CapCut. My kiddo uses CapCut for her stuff, and I have used all of the Adobe things for a long time, and I pay for them all, so that's what I use. But I hear that CapCut is really, like, pretty easy to work with and is a really good one. Oh yeah, I totally get that. Adobe is expensive as hell. Like, Adobe is really expensive. Yeah, it's kind of insane. If I didn't need, like, and for the stuff that I use, because, like, they had the photography one, which is just like Lightroom and Photoshop, and that's kind of affordable, but I don't use just those. I use other ones, and if I tried to do them all individually, it would be more expensive than the thing that gives me, like, everything. But then I don't use half of the thing that gives me everything. It's very irritating. Well, I was going to switch over to some crime scene cleaner, and I think I'm going to, but because we, like, literally forgot to even pick a ghost, we gotta do at least one more first. And then we'll switch over. Alright, we've got Nellie Marsh. So Nellie is a lady, I do believe. We need Nellie to yap in the parabolic. We need to get her to blow out a firelight. And then we need to cleanse the area using incense. And this time we need to remember to circle the ghost. Her new name is Elena Gilbert. Cool, I will take it. Headlamp is on, yes. It's also from the Vampire Diaries. Nice. Nope, we don't have any hiding out here. Oh, we got tarot cards again. These people don't own anything. They have this huge ass empty closet. But I don't see any bones. And I don't think there's a ghostie in there. Are you in here? Nope. What about this hallway that shouldn't be a room? If the ghost was a male, I would have called it either Muzan. No alerts? What? That's weird. It should be working. There it went. That, that almost took my eardrums out, Ty. That was great. Okay, my eardrums might not agree, but you didn't hear it. Huh. That's weird. I wonder if I can figure out why real fast. Because you should be able to. That's really strange. I am in OBS. I bet there's some doofy setting somewhere that I don't have active for reasons unknown. Now, I bet I know what it is. For some reason, that one is not showing up in my OBS. Why? Why are you not showing up? I'm working on OBS with a friend all morning, and that was the issue on his stream. Yeah, it's like everything else is there. That is so weird. That's so weird. Alright, I will have to mess with it. I don't want to mess with it right this second. Audio slider, yeah, I'm not even seeing it in there. It's weird. It's the same issue. And just listen to the sounders, they're awesome. Yeah, I don't know why it isn't appearing. I'm gonna have to play with it. Oh, sorry about that. We'll have to figure that out. Alright, well, our ghosty turned off our power. Ooh, if it's not your slider, go to the source and click control audio. That might be my problem. Oh, haha. There it is. Durr. Woohoo! Thank you, Ty. Thank you very much for We're figuring that out. The super easy little button that, you know, shows up, and I'm here, like, looking around all over the place for it. Alright, now viewer attacks should actually make noise. For everybody. Yeah, and the sound alerts work. Alright, we have to find our power. No power. But since I'm walking through here... They really hide the most important parts. They sure as hell do. Oh, you're in here. And you're being creepy. Yeah, they sure do hide the things, or they make it seem like it's automatically on, but it's not. Are these lockers hiding? Alright, cool. Yeah. Of course. Not fast enough. Thanks for breaking my light, though, you poopy ghost. Well, I'm betting my sanity is either... Oh, there's the bone. We're at like 80. I mean, you know, we started today with the lazy as fuck demon, so now we're gonna have a demon that's, getting back at us, I guess. Because it can't be anything else. I'm not, like, open mic. And let's make sure. Nope. It's on the wrong mic, but that doesn't matter. So, we have a demon who broke my lights and... I need a nap. My eyeballs are hurty. Well, go take a nap, Rowdy. Go take a nap. I mean, we already knew what it was, but it's not an Onryo. We're just gonna collect the bone. Right, let's... I mean, for giggles, we'll put our evidence. Mostly, I think, we'll just try and get our objectives. Parabolic firelight incense. But let's also get this other cruci down, because if our demon continues to stay kind of spicy, I would like to have the extra protection. Alright, what was it? Parabolic firelight and incense? Go me for remembering my objectives. Okay. We're gonna take 2 of those. Actually, we'll take that way. We'll do our cleanse. You are not what I need. You are. I might as well, you know, get a couple of videos while I'm at it. You want to walk through the motion sensor real quick? Give me another video? No? No, we're not gonna. So we start out all big and strong, hunting early and everything, and now we're gonna do nothing. I see how it is. But I'll take a video of that. Why not? It's a scaredy demon. It is. But it has burned one crew seat twice, so we're gonna go over here and listen for sounds. Thanks for the fart. Too bad Ender's not in here. He thinks it's hilarious when I say that. Yep, this is a farty demon, I think. Either that or it's just a weird demon, which I guess would be pretty fitting for us. We're kind of a weird group. I'm kind of a weirdo. I like being a weirdo. If everybody was normal and the same, life would be super, super boring. It's better to be weird than to be normal. I'm kind of inclined to agree. I'm definitely inclined to agree. Alright, come on. Make some noises. Come on, Ghostimus. Make noises. Make noises in the parabolic, please. You can do it. I believe. Or hunt. That's not what I asked. Stuck. Thanks for the King Julian. I think that's one of my favorite sound alerts. Alright, we're gonna grab more smudgies. Let's see if we can actually get this thing. The demon was walking around, so it seemed fitting. It super was fitting. Did I not turn my headlamp on? Or did I accidentally turn it on and then off again? That's probably what I did. Come on, Ghosty, just talk in the thing. That's all I need you to do. Come on. Come on, Ghosty. Come on. Thank you for the lurk, Ellie. Go get all the stuff done. Do all the things. Come on, Ghosty. Do stuff. Do it. Come on, Ghosty. I mean, now, the demon's not going to hunt without using its ability, and clearly it doesn't feel like using its ability. But also, we don't need a hunt, we just need the parabolic. Come on, make noises. Make noises. That is turning off the power. Actually, that was airballing me. Okay. Did that count? That counted. Bye, stinky demon. Bye, demon, bye. Do, 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 do. I'm not sure what melody that was supposed to be, but whatever.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready
And
for
this
you.
time we remembered to circle the ghost. And we were correct with the demon. Bum, 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 bum. We don't need to hear it do the full countdown. I mean, unless someone really wants to. I know there are people who love hearing that noise. Let's see. What do we want to upgrade? Let's go ahead and finally upgrade our sanity meds. And spirit box. And let's turn those on. Alright. We are gonna switch games. We're gonna switch over and do a little bit of crime scene cleaner. Kind of end out our day with some cozy mopping of blood and guts.